Imagine a huge, dark piece of cloth hung over your entire body like you're a shameful statue. Imagine there's only a drop of light, enough to know there's still daylight for others. Imagine it's hot, very hot. Imagine you're being encased in cloth, drowning in fabric, in darkness. Imagine you are begging in this bedspread, reaching out your hands under the cloth, which must remain covered, unpolished, unseen, or they might mash it or cut it off. Imagine no one is putting rubies in your invisible hand, because no one can see your face, so you do not exist. Imagine you cannot find your children because they came for your husband, the only man you ever loved, even though it was an arranged marriage. Because they came and shot him with the gun of his they could not find, and you tried to defend him, and they trampled you. 4 men on your back in front of your screaming children. Imagine you went mad, but did not know you were mad, because you had been living under a bedspread, and you hadn't seen the sun in years, and you lost your way. And you remembered your 2 daughters vaguely, like a dream, the way you remembered sky. Imagine muttering as a way of talking, because words did not form anymore in the darkness, and you did not cry, because it got too hot and wet in there. Imagine bearded men that you could only decipher by their smell, checking your socks and beating you because they were white. Imagine being flogged, beaten in the streets in front of people you could not see. Imagine being humiliated so deeply there was no face attached to it, and no air. It got darker there. Imagine no peripheral vision, so like a wounded animal, you could not even defend yourself or duck from the sideward blows. Imagine that laughter was banned throughout your country, and music, and the only sounds you heard were the muffled sounds of the azan, or the cries of other women being flogged inside their cloth, inside their dark. Imagine you could no longer distinguish between living and dying, so you stopped trying to kill yourself because it would be redundant. Imagine you had no place to live. Your roof was a cloth as you wandered the streets, and this tomb was getting smaller and smellier every day. You were beginning to walk into things. Imagine suffocating while you were still breathing. Imagine muttering and screaming inside a cage, and no one is hearing. Imagine me inside the inside of the dark in you. I am caught there. I am lost there, inside the cloth, which is your head, inside the darkness we share. Imagine you can see me. I was beautiful once. Big, dark eyes. You would know me.